Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Cody Rhodes will put his undisputed WWE Championship on the line against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. However, the rivalry between the two superstars is far from over. The American Nightmare and KO fought on the Raw premiere on Netflix, as both interfered in the tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. At the same time, Kevin Owens is not the only one Cody Rhodes has to deal with on SmackDown, as Drew McIntyre has also confronted him lately to deal with the Scottish Warrior, and KO, the undisputed WWE champion, could bring a WWE legend as his tag team partner to help him retain the title. This WWE legend is The Rock. The final boss appeared to have a face turn and made amends with Cody, praising him for carrying the company on his shoulders over the past year. However, The Rock's appearance at the Rumble could set the stage for WrestleMania 41, especially if The Rock's face turn is a work. The final boss could show up at Royal Rumble, help Cody defeat KO, and then assault him to open the way for a title match at Mania. There has been speculation about Kevin Owens' future with WWE, as his contract is set to expire in early 2025. However, the company has no intention to let him go and would likely keep him on a new deal. Even though there is nothing official yet, reports suggest that the two sides are close to a new deal, meaning that his title match at Royal Rumble will not be his last one in WWE. Speaking to Alex McCarthy of the Daily Mail, KO said he just wanted to be happy and feel fulfilled, without providing more information on his status. As for the match with Cody Rhodes, it is unclear what role Randy Orton will play, and whether he will return nearly 2 months after KO ruled him out with a piledriver. Chapter 1: The Rising Tension. The SmackDown arena was buzzing with excitement as the crowd eagerly anticipated the evening's action. The spotlight was on one of the most intriguing rivalries in WWE at the moment, Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. Over the past few months, both superstars had exchanged verbal jabs and had clashed in several matches, but nothing had been as heated as their recent feud. Owens, the brash, unpredictable former Universal Champion, had mocked Rhodes for his attempts to elevate the SmackDown roster, calling him a pretender who could never truly live up to the legacy of his father, Dusty Rhodes. Cody had taken the bait, delivering heartfelt promos about his journey, his family's legacy, and his desire to make his own name in the WWE. He vowed that he would not only surpass his father's achievements, but also overcome the man who doubted him. Yet, Owens' constant derision seemed to hit a nerve, as Cody began to show cracks in his demeanor. Frustrated by the relentless attacks on this particular SmackDown, the tension was palpable. Cody was scheduled to face Owens in a one-on-one match, but as the show progressed, an unexpected twist loomed on the horizon, one that would not only change the course of their rivalry, but would force Owens to face an opponent like no other. Chapter 2: The Proposal. Backstage, Cody Rhodes paced back and forth, his mind racing. He had just finished a promo in front of the camera, addressing Owens' attacks and making it clear that tonight was personal. But something still gnawed at him. Owens had always been unpredictable, always managing to stay one step ahead. Cody needed to even the playing field, to find a way to make sure that tonight he could deliver a blow that Owens would never forget. In his frustration, Cody walked into his locker room and was greeted by an unexpected visitor, a figure wrapped in mystery, someone Cody had known for years but had not spoken to in quite some time. The door creaked open, and in stepped Randy Orton. "Still got that fire in you, kid?" Orton asked with his signature smirk. Cody looked up, momentarily stunned. Randy Orton, the Viper, had been a prominent figure in WWE for well over a decade, and although he and Cody had never been close friends, their paths had crossed enough times in the past for Cody to recognize the value of Orton's words. "What are you doing here?" Cody responded, his voice filled with curiosity, but also a bit of disbelief. "I'm here to talk strategy," Orton said, moving closer. "Kevin Owens is a tough son of a gun. I know you've been fighting him alone, but maybe it's time to start thinking differently. Why not bring in some backup, someone who knows how to take him down?" Cody paused, unsure what Orton was suggesting. Back up, you're saying I should get someone else involved. I don't need anyone to fight my battles, Randy. Orton smirked, leaning against the wall. You've got heart, Cody, but heart won't beat Kevin Owens. You need someone who can match him. Someone with experience. Someone who knows the mind games Owens likes to play. You've been on the receiving end of his attacks, but what if you had a partner who knew how to get inside Owens' head just as well? Cody's brow furrowed as he mulled over Orton's words. There was a valid point there. Owens was crafty, manipulative, and often played mind games to get the upper hand. Perhaps it was time for Cody to make an unexpected move of his own. Chapter 3: The Unexpected Partner. As the evening progressed, the excitement around the SmackDown locker room only grew. Cody walked through the backstage area with a sense of purpose. Orton's suggestion still lingered in his mind. He wasn't ready to admit it, but he realized that this might be the moment to bring in a partner. A partner who could not only match Owens' physicality, but also get under his skin in a way no one else could. Cody walked up to an individual standing in the shadows, someone who had been quiet in the background of the locker room. He had always been a bit of an enigma, but Cody knew one thing: this was the man he needed. A figure who had fought in some of WWE's most intense rivalries and had a knack for turning the tables when the odds were stacked against him. The man was Seth Rollins. Rollins, with his dark, charismatic persona, had been on his own journey of redemption and reinvention for years. Cody and Seth had crossed paths before, but there had never been a real partnership between the two. But tonight, that was about to change. I need you, Seth, Cody said, his voice steady yet urgent. Rollins looked up from the table he was seated at, his eyes narrowing in curiosity. What are you getting at, Rhodes? I need you to help me take down Kevin Owens, Cody continued, his gaze intense. This isn't just about a match, it's about sending a message. Owens has been running his mouth for too long, and we need to shut him up for good. Seth smirked, an almost predatory grin spreading across his face. You want me to team up with you? Interesting. I don't usually play nice with people who aren't willing to bend the rules. That's exactly why I'm asking you, Cody responded. I need someone who understands how to handle Owens' mind games, someone who can outwit him, and, when the time comes, make sure he knows who he's dealing with. Seth stood up, clearly intrigued by the proposition. He leaned in closer to Cody, his voice dropping to a whisper. You think you can trust me to watch your back? I don't have a choice, Seth. This is bigger than both of us, Cody replied. Rollins studied him for a moment before offering a small nod. All right, let's do it. But don't think for a second that this means we're buddies. I'm here for one thing: taking down Kevin Owens. With that, the alliance was formed. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, two of WWE's top stars, had come together for a common purpose: to confront and defeat Kevin Owens. Chapter 4: The Game Plan. As SmackDown's main event drew closer, Cody and Seth sat together backstage, discussing their strategy. Both men knew that Owens was a dangerous and unpredictable force, and they needed to be prepared for anything. Listen, Seth said, his tone serious, Owens thrives on chaos. He loves when the situation gets out of control, and that's where he shines. We need to keep our heads in the game and stay focused. If we let him get into our heads, we lose. Cody nodded. Right, I've seen how Owens manipulates people, tries to turn them against each other. We can't let that happen tonight. We need to be a united front. Seth grinned, clearly enjoying the idea of a challenge. And what about after the match, when we take him down? What then? Cody's eyes hardened, determination flooding his veins. We send a message. We make sure Kevin Owens understands that no one, no matter how tough they are, can stand in our way. The two men exchanged a brief, knowing look before heading out to the ring. Chapter 5: The Confrontation. The lights dimmed as the crowd roared with excitement. It was time for the main event. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens would finally meet in the ring once again. The anticipation was electric, and as Cody made his entrance, the atmosphere was thick with energy. He knew tonight wouldn't be like any other match he had faced before. He was no longer fighting alone. Kevin Owens' music hit, and the crowd erupted into a mix of cheers and boos. Owens walked out, wearing his trademark sneer, confident that he had already won the mental battle. As he stepped into the ring, he was ready to taunt Cody and play his usual mind games, but as Owens raised his microphone to speak, he was interrupted by the unmistakable sound of Seth Rollins' theme music blasting through the arena. The crowd went wild as Rollins walked down the ramp, joining Cody Rhodes at ringside. The look on Owens' face was priceless. He had underestimated the power of Cody's new alliance. "I see you've brought some backup," Owens said, his tone dripping with sarcasm. "What's this, Cody? You couldn't handle me on your own." Cody stepped forward, a confident smirk on his face. "You think this is about backup, Kevin? This is about shutting you up once and for all. You've been running your mouth for too long tonight. We're going to finish this, and it's going to be the hardest fight you've ever had." Seth Rollins, standing beside Cody, looked at Owens with a cold, calculating stare. "You've played the game for too long, Kevin. Now it's time for you to learn what happens when you mess with the wrong people." The match began with Owens and Cody exchanging blows, but it quickly became clear that Owens was rattled by the presence of Rollins. With Rollins' presence, every move Owens made was scrutinized, and every tactic he tried was met with resistance. It was a psychological battle as much as it was a physical one. Cody and Seth played off each other, using their combined experience to outwit Owens at every turn. As the match progressed, Owens' frustration mounted. The chaos he thrived in was no longer his to control. Cody and Seth worked in tandem, their chemistry undeniable. When Owens went for a cheap shot, Rollins was there to block it. When Owens tried to escape, Cody cut him off. The tag team had become a well-oiled machine finally. After a brutal back and forth, Cody delivered a devastating crossroads to Owens, and Seth followed up with a stomp that shook the arena. Owens was down for the count, the referee made the 3 count, and the crowd erupted in jubilation. Chapter 6: The Aftermath. As Cody and Seth stood tall in the ring, their hands raised in victory, Kevin Owens lay motionless on the mat. It was clear that the dynamic between these two men had changed the course of their rivalry. Owens had been forced to confront not only Cody's resilience, but the unpredictable power of an alliance he never saw coming. For Cody Rhodes, the victory was bittersweet. He had proven his point, but he knew the battle was far from over. Owens wouldn't stay down for long. However, tonight, Cody had shown the world that he wasn't just a man on a mission. He was a man who could change the game when necessary, and for Seth Rollins, this unexpected partnership might have just been the beginning of something more. With Owens out of the way, who knew what challenges awaited these two formidable superstars? As the crowd cheered, Cody and Seth shared a knowing glance, one that said, without words, that this was just the start of a new chapter. A chapter where they were no longer fighting alone. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.